trip to Malapascua. We're getting ready to get on the ferry. The bus is getting ready to back up on there. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a million little baby fish down in there. I've got polarized sunglasses on, so it's easy for me to see everything. Here's Bantayan. The water's just fantastically clear and blue today. Usually it's got a little bit of a turquoise tint, but today it's much more like a blue color. You can even see Cebu over there really clearly, and Negros too. You can even see Negros straight ahead. See the mountains in there. There's a volcano over there somewhere. It's Canolaon. Oh man, I just broke my sunglasses. So anyway, that's a bummer. So we'll get on the boat here. There goes Lindy. I'll have sunglasses with just one earpiece, but so anyway, I'm gonna shut off the. Wow, you can see so deep down here. You can't see the bottom, or you don't know that you can see it because it's all white sand. So if there was some coral or something down there, some rocks, you'd see it. But if you can't see this as well, I'm looking like 15 feet down and seeing little tiny fish, just as clear as the air. So anyway, there's Bantayan. We're going to go up the stairs now to get on the ferry, and we shall see you later. So bye for now. We're getting ready to leave Bantayan Island and go to Malapascua. And I don't know if you can see this somewhere out there. We got a couple of parachutists with orange. This should be right straight ahead. I can't see them. Maybe the sunlight's too bright, but I'm zoomed in all the way. But they should be right out there. They're coming down for a landing, actually. Yeah, you can see one right over here coming down for a landing. Anyway, they're both landed. You can see they start up the engines, and we're heading out for Cebu. After we get to Cebu, we got to go to a town on the north tip of Cebu Island called Maya, and then from there we catch like a little pump boat. That's one of the little boats with the outriggers, and head over to Malapascua. Supposedly it's only 100 pesos, but I'll let you know when we get there. Bye for now. Alright, we're on the road to Maya port. That's where the boat leaves for Malapascua. What you do, when you get off the ferry at Hagnaya, this is kind of bouncing a lot. We're in a little tricycle here. You catch a tricycle to San Pedro, and it's just San Pedro is just a corner along the highway where the bus route is. And from San Pedro, if you stand out there long enough, there should be a bus coming that goes to Maya port, and that's where the boats leave to go to Malapascua. However, if you find a tricycle guy, you may can bargain with him and get him to take you, especially us, as we needed to get there. We're kind of running short on time, and I think the last boat leaves in 3. So, we had to kind of expedite things. So we made a deal with this guy to get us there for $3.50. So, sorry for the bumpiness. There's some big elephant ears. So anyway, beautiful scenery up here, kind of high on the mountain. I don't know if you can see down in the valley. Oh, we live there, but it's really pretty nice. So anyway, just wanted to kind of update you on how to get from Hagnaya to Maya Port, and what it might cost you. So bye for now. Alright, this is the port here at Maya, and this is where you come and pay. It's 100 pesos to ride the boat over to Malapascua, but because the tide's low and they can't pull the boats up here, you have to pay like another 20 pesos for like a small boat to take you to the boat that actually crosses. So anyway, this is where you pay right there. Go to the the ticket booth and pay there. You have to sign your names there so they have a register in case anything dries.
How are you?
Good. Friendly PU people here. So anyway, this is what it looks like. It's just kind of down the end of a long road, but it's a long ride from Hagnaya to here. It's about 30 minutes on a tricycle. But once you get here, there's tons of boats. You see all the dive boats and stuff. There's a dive boat. You can zoom in and you can see the dive flags and stuff on the boats, but plenty of boats because Malapascua is a big dive center. Once you get here, there's a few snack bars where you can get some soda, Gatorade, some chips, that kind of thing. It's just a little snack bar. I guess they got beers too if you want a beer. Over here they actually have some food that's Filipino food, some kind of fish soup and some rice and who knows what else. I don't know if they got pans in, but they're talking about nitroxidized, but that's pretty deep. I'm a certified diver, so see there's a ton of boats out there, so I don't know how they figure the order that these boats go, but there's no shortage of boats to get over to your mountain shoes because you gotta walk over all this rocky stuff. Like I said, it's low tide, so that's why we got to take this little taxi boat out to the other boat that's going to get us there. So anyway, kind of bouncing around a lot because I'm walking on all this rock stuff and trying to video all at the same time, so we'll see if we can get there from here. So anyway, I'm gonna put the camera down before I get over there and fall in the water and get the camera wet. So bye for now. All right, we're getting on the boat, the taxi boat. As you can see, we're overloaded. I actually think they're not going to get this thing all up the rocks because it's sitting on the bottom.
How long we have an extra charge for
Ocean,
this?
so
20 pesos each for the transfer because it's low tide.
20 pesos?
20 pesos for the
I
small
gave
boat.
you the 40 here.
High tide,
Pay the boat.
high tide,
Yeah.
no problem. The boat is.
Yeah, so it's
The captain.
yeah. Tom.
The captain.
Who's the captain?
Give to the captain.
Well, I don't know the captain.
That's like the bag.
Te bote que distinto del que nos vamos a ir. Vamos a cambiar, no te bote ir ahora.
Anything. That's the kind of boat we're basically in, and we're sitting on the rocks right now. I don't know if they're going to push us off or not, but they're going to try. We got a heavy load here. We're not floating, that's for sure. So there's a new rock jetty or road that they're building there with all the rocks and stuff. And, so anyway, this is all the bags and backpacks and everything here. So we're pretty
One
full.
of that boat.
And one of those boats out there. So anyway, that's it for now. All right, we're actually underway. You can hear the motor running. We'll head over to one of these boats. I don't know which one. I'm guessing that down there, furthest one. Or there's kind of like a little channel you have to go through here too. It's kind of shallow there, and that's a shallow here. So there's a little channel. I think they're working their way through. And we're hitting bottom right now. We got a full load here. This is probably 30 people, 20, 25 people in this boat with all this backpacks and gear. So, but anyway, the water's real clear. I don't know if you can see it, but it looks really clear. We've had some rain these last few days, and normally I would think that would stir up the water, but even coming here on the ferry from Bantayan, the water was just gorgeous. I mean, you could see the rays, the sunlight just going like way deep into it, just flittering around. It was really just beautiful. So it's going to be interesting how we get from here to the boat. It'll be kind of like a balancing act. So anyway, if you ever do this, be sure you're physically able to climb things and balance yourself and walk on water basically. That's it for now. Bye. Alright, so everybody's getting off of the boat here. We kind of pulled up on the side here. And then the boat was right next to here. So we stepped on that little high spot there and stepped into the boat, got on. And everybody throws their bags up here. It's a pretty good sized boat here. A lot of bamboo and a pretty wide deck here. This is the controls here. I'm gonna look at this. See what this looks like. This is the steering. Oh, so we got a gearbox going to. I don't know if you can see this. Really good, but we basically have a steering gearbox.
French kiss diver.
And there.
French kiss diver.
Going to the rod that runs the rudder right there. So that's how you do steering on the boat. Pouring water in something, maybe that's a cooling thing. They do it kind of the rough way on a lot of these boats. They don't put a lot of automation in. These I'm going to plan on have a lot of automation. Look at that. There's a cabin there. Now you see that? You can do a little cabin like that. Little storage thing to keep your life jacket. There's a little storage deck down under. So anyway, we're on the boat. We're getting ready to go. Head over to Malapascua, wherever it is. I don't know if that's it there, but if it is, it's pretty dang close. I don't know if that's it or not. It's a small island. There's a ton of boats there. I bet it is. I bet that is Malapascua right there. I don't know if you can see all the little boats and stuff. They'd be this end right here, all white boats. So I'm zoomed in. So anyway, that's it over there, I believe. So we'll head out. We're at the north tip of Cebu right here, so that's pretty much the north tip right there. There's a rock, little island there. But the water is really nice. It's really pretty decent and good color and good clarity and that. I mean, I'm sure you can see with this video I'm doing how clear it is. I mean, there's a starfish right there. You can see it right on the bottom, or at least I can. I don't know if you can see it with the shadows and that. Firing it up. It's probably got a full start. You heard that, or I heard it and felt the heave ho along the road. They don't have an electric start on these things. It's kind of silly, but that's how it is. So anyway, we're going to get underway here, and see how it goes. We got to get the anchor up over there. The guy that's working on the anchors. Getting them up. Looks like we got 2 anchors out, which a lot of times they'll put one at both ends just to keep it from, spinning around should the current change. And yeah, there's all the other boats here. That over there is probably Leyte, or I don't think it's Camotes, but Camotes Island is between Cebu, but it's further south. I think that's Leyte there. There's a driver.
Yeah, you have to follow the instructor, like. And I tried to talk to him, like,
Lindy
they're like, hey, you get this, and he was like,
one of our favorite snacks, Oshi prawn crackers, spicy. We like the spicy ones. And we also go for the Novas. We'll grab some of these. We'll buy a bunch of them, get a discount. We didn't do that with these, but that's some of our favorite road snacks that we do. I've got a Gatorade somewhere. Where's the Gatorade on it? Behind me. I think it stuck me for like 40 pesos for that Gatorade, maybe 50, which is like $1. It's kind of ridiculous, but you're on the road, you want something. We've been going all day. Haven't eaten anything but a bowl of oatmeal this morning, so maybe get some electrolytes going and the kind of stuff that Gatorade advertises, whether they have it in there or not, I don't know. But we got some storm clouds out there. This is rainy season here in the Philippines. But the forecast for the next 3 days is not too bad. It's maybe a little bit of morning rain, and then the rest of the days, maybe got 3 days of good weather, which you never believe the forecast here, no matter what internet site you get it from, because it's like Texas. I think they say if you don't like the weather, just wait a few minutes and it'll change. So, and rainy season especially, it's not, you have no idea what's going to blow in or blow out. So we're underway now. Moving along, so I'll go up to the front, get kind of a picture of the wake. Here we go. Moving right along here. And again, I'm guessing that's Malapascua, and if it is, it's just a stone's throw from the tip of Cebu, which is right there at the tip, right in the crosshairs. And there's a couple of rock islands there, and way back there's one too, which might be good diving things. When I get my boat built, I'm going to be kind of scouting all these islands all around here for fishing and diving both, and you know, find the best places. So if anybody wants to go, and my friends or any guests want to go, we'll fire up the boat and head there. We'll go to the best spots that we can find, not just the commercial places, but the really good spots. So, also there's a thresher shark diving here. I think it's between that rock and this rock, maybe. I don't know. Somewhere between Malapascua and the North Tip. So right through this channel here is thresher shark. So look that up on the internet. You'll see a real interesting shark. So anyway, that's it for now. I'll fire this camera back up when we get to Malapascua and start unloading. So bye for now. Alright, we're coming up on Malapascua now. There's a couple of rocks. I'm guessing they're diving out there. And coming in. Oh wow, this water is nice. You look down here. Oh, you can see the bottom. We're easily like 20 feet down. You can see the bottom, every detail. And the camera probably shows quite a bit of that, even though this ain't a great camera, it's just my cell phone. But coming into the beach here, it looks like there's a big hotel there. Right there. And then up on the hill over here on the left, and I'm pretty zoomed in pretty good, but I don't know if you can see it, but there's a bunch of little nipa huts all on the hillside there. That looks like a nice resort too. So maybe we'll check those out when we get here. And then there's little bays and stuff all over around. There's a bay where there's a lot of boats. There's a nice beach over there with the little rock outcroppings, like here. See them? So people are out here in their little boats. So this guy's here looking for rocks and stuff. You don't want to hit a rock, but that's always bad news. See that big black rock there? Yeah, they stick up, and depends on how high or low the tide is, you'll ram into one of those and you got problems. So you always got to have somebody on the nose here, or the bow, boat talk, watching stuff, signaling. You see him, he'll signal to slow down and stuff as he checks out. So even on my boat, I'm gonna have to have somebody up here keeping an eye, because my outriggers are also going to be boat holes. They're not going to be bamboo like that. They're going to be smaller 18-foot boat holes. They call them Casco, K-A-S-K-O. And so here we go. I don't know, this camera seems to have a wide angle lens, and so things look kind of far away. I'm not sure how on the video it's going to look, but if you're using the human eye, everything's really close. You get a lot of detail. See, he's signaling this guy where to turn, where to head in, get a good channel. With see, he's looking for rocks. You don't want to hit nothing here. Because if we do hit some, the boat just comes to a screeching halt and everybody flies out of their chair and cracks their head open. Wow, man, this water, look at that. It's about 12 feet deep here, I'm guessing. And it's just, you can see just aqua blue water. You see better except for the ripples on the surface. It's they got a little bit of a breeze just making a little ripple. There's a big rock there we got to watch out for with the anchor rope tied to. See, he's looking back there because we're going right on top of it, and he's going to kind of keep us off the rocks, you know. Wow, this is pretty. I wasn't quite sure. Oh, there's that hotel there. As you can see, it's they built that out on the rocks there. And so there's quite a few little resorts here, small little mom and pop ones, and it looks like pretty decent sized ones. I mean, when I went on the internet to look, they had some nice stuff. Lowest price I saw was maybe 800 or 900 pesos per night, and the highest price was, I don't know, I'm thinking, well, maybe 2,500 pesos per night, which would be about 60 bucks roughly. Yeah, roughly 60-ish bucks or so. So we're getting into the shallows now, so somehow we're going to have to do that same thing with the boat where he tells them to shut down. He just says shut down, drop anchor here, because and then we got to, oh, excuse me, got to get out of the guy's way. He's got to drop the anchor here. This is his job. And there she goes. Now you're going to tie it off here. They're going to get tight on that anchor there. They're going to throw one out back and kind of lock her in place. Oh, so it's dragging along. They're dragging it until it kind of locks in and holds the boat. So I'm sure they're going to drop one out in the rear too. And again, this is low tide here, so you can see that kind of a seaweed line on the beach there. That's probably high tide, and then they're down about 6 feet or so. That's usually what the tides run here, about 6 feet between low tide and high tide. Sometimes, of course, they're 8 feet between high tide and low tide, and sometimes even more, but generally 6 feet, and exception is like around 8 feet for the tide. So ton of boats, nice looking resorts. I really have to say, they really from here really respectable, nice looking places, nice roofs and stuff. I mean, you look at the roof to see what kind of quality they put under. If the roof looks nice, then they usually put something good under. If it's just got that cheapy tin, you can see a little place right there that's got the little cheapy tin, then that's like a little mom and pop thing. And these other resorts are people came here with a little more money than me. Yeah, and you can see that place there. That's really 20 rooms, I'm guessing. And they built out right on the beach. Looks like on an outcropping. They just built their stuff right there. Kind of plowed down the rock, which they don't really let you do no more. But years ago, you could get away with a lot more than you can now. So it looks like we're locked down. So I guess everybody's going to grab their backpacks and stuff. This is the backpack pile, and wait for the taxi boat to show up, and then head to the beach. So we'll be back. Bye for now. Let's just see the clear ocean here.